What up, super fun force? Today we got some more Tobots, Galaxy Detectives, and we have Master V. Now this guy here is the big kahuna of the group. This is the one where we see Shuttle, Speed, and Monster integrate. And what's really cool is there is a windowed version of this. Now I have taken them out already because I want to jump right into showing you guys the awesome power of Master V from the Galaxy Detectives. Let's go. All right, here we are. Check it out. We have Speed, Shuttle, Monster. That's super awesome. Now, what you'll notice is they've changed colors from their original counterparts because what happens with Tobot, and this goes back to Titan, Triton, Quatran, Deltatran, all of them, when they are about to integrate and combine, they go through a magical transformation and basically their colors change, which denotes that when they do release the toy versions here, there's a reason why they're going to be colored differently, they transform differently, and of course they're even scaled differently, which we're going to see. Now let's take a look at, first and foremost, Shuttle. Overall, this looks fantastic. You know, this does have the little bit purpley tinged white, as you can see here, compared to this one being pure white. And this is similar to what's on Big Trail, although this is a little bit darker, perhaps a shade darker. But most of all the details are there, as you can see. I mean, just all of that fantastic engraving is there. They have all the major pieces. You know, there's a few extra things here, like some buttons and some additional ports here for attaching during the combination sequence. The biggest difference though is the back. It's not terrible, but essentially I really liked this middle thruster here, which you also would put the toe key inside. But what has happened is here, they just have an attachment port, so the middle thruster is a little bit smaller. But other than that, again, it looks really good. You got the bottom details as well. It even has the wheel here you can fold in and out, which we're about to do. And yeah, there we go, guys. All right, let's take a look at the power. So what we're gonna do here, obviously this one doesn't transform into Shuttle anymore, right? So instead this is gonna go ahead and transform directly into Master V, and this guy here, the component, is the main upper body. So what we're gonna do, let's see here, I already folded the wheels in. This portion here is still gonna open up, basically the same as you push down here. Kind of opens up the same like the original Shuttle's feet. However, this time around, what's going to happen is we're going to, let's see here, we're going to want to push this in, and it's going to go ahead and be situated on the sides with those pegs, basically. There you go. And then what's going to happen now is the head is going to pop up here, which is really cool, as we fold this back. And then where Shuttle's head used to be now is going to end up locking into the back. And then essentially, that is going to be the upper body. Pretty quick, pretty easy, one and done. And then of course, these here are the buttons that unlock the, Shuttle front end, as well as when you attach them to the waist. But there you go. I don't think this peg's in. Nope. Okay, cool. Boom. So you can quickly see here, again, fantastic rendition. They gave it the kind of like darker red, which still looks really, really clean. But overall, as you can see, it's the same car. They have even the same logos, the detailing. The only thing that's kind of missing here is the gold stripes. But other than that, it looks really good. They got a V here instead of number 1, and they got this transition headlight. You can't pop off the spoiler like you can. The blue one or the original one, you can pop this off. This one you cannot, but that's okay. And there's the underside, which this one houses the arms. So now, let's take a look at how this goes. Now this is cool. We split it apart here, and then essentially you're going to want to open up the arms here and take out the hands, like so. Oh yeah, that's right, that's it. And then pretty much here, same thing. Bam. They're going to want to open up this, flip up the hand, and bam. Raw monster, man, so awesome. Now, as I said in my original monster review, look, we actually have even a more accurate homage to Bigfoot. Bigfoot, again, was the monster truck from the 90s who was like the main hero in that kind of sports competition, and he was basically like this. He was a nice dark royal blue. And as you can see here, again, it's pretty much the same. Obviously, there are some differences here. We don't have the monster here. The wheels are more of a metallic silver, not really chrome. But otherwise, it still looks like him. You know, it doesn't have the chrome parts, but that's okay. And then the top is a little bit different, as you can see as well. But you know, it doesn't have the design here, but still looks awesome. Again, it looks like Bigfoot, still looks like Monster. Really, really cool. And what we're going to do now, we're going to show you how this guy becomes the legs. As you can see, the waist is already tucked in here, the torso. So what we're going to want to do, going to fold the grills up, as you can see, put the legs apart. And then what happens is this windshield here folds down like so, and this will form the front of the feet. And essentially right now, in this mode, since the legs will be hollow here, you want to close the wheels, and that basically gives it a better look. All right, now that we're there, oh yeah, and then of course you have the side skirts of the armor. And again, the articulation is actually really good on this, as you can see here. Just the only thing is the front is limited because this is a solid piece. It doesn't fold up like this. See, that's why you can go here. And again, it has the thigh swivel, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of because there's a lot of Transformers that do this, and as you can see, it kind of displaces the natural look of the thigh. But you know what? I'll take it. No big deal, especially for the Young Toys Tobots, since they're not as articulate as most. All right, but again, yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of this. But because it's Tobots, I'll let them pass because they're not as articulated as Transformers. But anyways, here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach the waist here. And this basically just plugs in like so with the spring-loaded mechanisms. It locks into place. And again, when you want to take it apart, you're going to want to press both of these buttons here simultaneously. And then, lo and behold, we just have the two arms. And there's no pegs here. All you want to do essentially is on the side, it has more of a kind of an H-shaped peg there, and then what you want to do is on the arm, it's going to have, you know, you can tell by where the thumb is and everything. You're going to want to plug that in to the side, and it's cool because it's still secure and it actually gives good articulation the way they made that. The other thing is here you want to fold up the front of Speed. There you go. And it's kind of interesting. There's no real spinning on the arms, but that's okay. It does have a funky bend here at the bicep. But I mean, all good, right? I still think it looks awesome. And there you go, man. Master V is Badus. Guy's amazing. It looks tough. It's awesome. He looks like a superhero robot gladiator. The 3-color scheme that they did on this, phenomenal. Straight up. I like the blue leg separation. And then you have that again, kind of like purplish white ivory that goes from the legs to the body. Then they added a dark maroon. Man, it just looks incredible. However, as you can see, there will be more to add on to this, and there's actually one more part here to make it look even better, because it is lacking the most important part of a Tobot, and that is the toe key. So we have the combination here of the owl, the bird, and the gorilla, and even this kind of like falcon head now. And guess what? It just plugs right in. There's another bar-shaped, you know, H-bar, I-bar, whatever you want to call it. With that, bam, now, look at that. Amazing. Amazing. All right, Master V. This guy is amazing when you see him in the series. Again, really brings together the whole aesthetic for Galaxy Detectives, and I love seeing the teamwork and the camaraderie and just the newfound combination of the three that we have in Monster Speed, Shuttle. So there you guys go. Obviously a no-brainer. If you're a fan of Tobots, you're really into the series Galaxy Detective, you're going to pick this up while you can. It is amazing. And again, if you're an adult collector, more familiar with things like Transformers, give this a try because you'll be very happy and pleased just to see the quality, the fun, the tactile feel. This is definitely for adult collectors who want something that they can transform, combine, play with. And I really like this style because for me, when I have other people like from, let's say, Transformers like Devastator or the Stunticons, right? Menasor, Aerial Bots, Computron, you know, what I always kind of struggled with is like the transformation of them being kind of small robots between that and a vehicle and then a part of a character where it's like, it's part of the fun, I understand, where you get to transform a bunch of different things, but I'm always like, man, I don't get to see them so much as like robots. You know, think of like Predaking. It's like, you want to just see them combined, right? So it's like, it's too much of a hassle to take them apart and then try to transform into little robots or their vehicles and then put them back. So I think the way that Young Toys did this is like, yo, you actually get the original robots here, larger scale, And then it's cool because you get the combiner versions here. And then basically that just makes it easy so that way you can throw them into like a quick transformation of a vehicle mode and then combine them and get this awesome robot, but you don't ever feel like you're losing the individual Tobots themselves because then you have the full-size ones here. So I think that's great on Young Toys' part, and I'm a big fan of it for sure. Now again, Transformers is their own thing, and I still respect it. I still like Transformers. I still like their combiners. But this is what makes Tobots really fun for me. Again, very easy to take apart, transform, and still have the character side by side. Like you can show Master V, and then you can still show a Robot's Speed if you want in your display. You can still show, you know, Monster, Shuttle. So that's kind of the big bonus on that. So there you guys go. Again, lots of fantastic detailing on this as well, by the way. I'll quickly end with some close-up shots here with the face. I think it looks really cool, like a superhero gladiator. Definitely looks more humanoid than bot-like, so I like how they kind of added that extra modern touch. And yeah, just phenomenal, guys. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out. Super fun force. And oh yeah, last thing, the interesting part about the hands here is even though there's no weapons to hold, they do have a pivoting hand grip. So that's also pretty nice on both. Boom. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget to spread that love, spread that positivity, keep your faith, say your prayers, and like and subscribe. Peace.